Hey Gentlemen, how about we take a little look-see at the comments and see what movie you want me to talk about next? Whoa! Ah! Whoa! Ah! Alrighty then, it feels like this time we're going diving for everything you missed in the movie Finding Nemo. No floaties this time because apparently you can't scuba dive with floaties on.
Oh boy, this is gonna be good, I can tell.
When Nemo goes crazy and decides to live life on the edge,
He touched the butt.
look at the Nice Humans camera. You will see the famous A113. If you don't know what A113 is by now, you need to go back and watch some of my older videos. On a side note, the camera also has two flashes, a mini flash and a mega flash. This next one probably isn't an Easter egg, unless McDonald's is just that sneaky with their advertising. But every time I see Nemo's home, you know, the anemone.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
I get the sudden urge to eat McDonald's French fries. If you watch Finding Dory and Finding Nemo, then you probably recognize these landscapers must be related. It's good to see in Finding Nemo that fish don't have any issues with two different types of fish liking each other. Which brings me to my next point. After watching Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, I feel like there might be a little bit of chemistry between Marlin and Dory. Think about that one for a moment.
Him, her, hello.
With all the adventures that Marlin and Dory have been on, one could begin to wonder, I see how he looks at her with them little googly eyes.
This is some kind of practical joke. It's not funny. And I know funny. I'm a clownfish.
We all know that Dory has short-term memory loss, and you might have heard a rumor that fish actually only have a memory span of 10 seconds, right? Well, actually, studies show that fish can actually remember for several months, and some fish learn even longer than that. In fact, there's a fish farm that trains fish by making a noise every time they feed them. Then they let them go out into the ocean, and after the fish grow up and it's time to cook them up on the grill, they make that noise once again. And then all the fish come swimming right on back to them. Apparently shooting fish in a barrel is no longer the easiest method to catch a fish.
P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. I remembered what it said. I usually forget things, but I remembered it that time.
At least Dory learned to remember something. But what's with the 42 Wallaby Way? Just a random made-up address with no meaning, right? Come on now, with Pixar, nothing is random. Remember, Pixar has a lot of respect for stop motion.
That's great. Keep it right there.
And one of the legends of stop motion is Wallace and Gromit. And Wallace and Gromit live at 62 West Wallaby Street. Perhaps, since animation is so similar to stop motion, it would only make sense that they live in the same neighborhood. And then what about P. Sherman? If you try to say P. Sherman 10 times fast, it starts to sound like Fisher Man. Woohoo!
I know a nice shark.
When the sharks have their rehab meeting, they are in an old sunken submarine, obviously. But if you notice, they are actually having the meeting in the kitchen of the submarine. See, there's the dishwashing detergent, and there's the knife drawer.
I don't think I've ever eaten a fish.
In my Toy Story video, we find out that the carpet in the hallway of Sid's house is the same carpet in the hallway of the hotel in the creepy movie called The Shining. They clearly couldn't resist putting another reference to The Shining in Finding Nemo. When Bruce is breaking down the door, we see him recreate the scene of the guy going crazy with the battle axe.
Who is it?
Here's Johnny. Here's Brucey.
In Finding Nemo, we see that the sharks swim backwards all the time. Technically, sharks can't swim backwards, their fins don't bend that way. They can only swim forwards. That's why, like, when this big gent crashed into the bait cage, he gets stuck and fights so hard and keeps going straight because he can't swim backwards.
Hello, my name is Bruce.
Bruce the shark is a great white shark, so naturally they named him after Bruce, the mechanical shark from the movie Jaws.
I heard he took on 3.
Three sharks?
That's gotta be 4,800 teeth.
I feel like 4,800 teeth is a little bit of an exaggeration though.
Well, actually, Bruce is a great white shark, and on average they have about 300 teeth. Chum is a mako shark, and they have about 20 rows of teeth. And then Anchor is a hammerhead shark. Hammerhead sharks have about a dozen rows of teeth, with a few extra dozen teeth in each row. So even though that's a lot of teeth, that's nowhere near 4,800 teeth.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said.
So you are correct.
So what's your point?
Whoa, kill the motor, dude.
When Marlin and Dory are riding the little jellyfish, you will see a brief moment where a little squishy gave a shout out to the happiest place on earth.
Hey, little guy.
Next time you're sitting in the dentist chair and the dentist has his hands all up in your mouth, remember this. The dentist didn't even wash his hands after going to the toilet.
Ew.
We know he didn't wash his hands because the toilet is still flushing when he opens the door, and we can see he's zipping up his pants. Awkward! And whatever was on his hands, he just wiped it off.
Wow, look at all the people.
It's not polite to stare.
They're staring. Bye.
While we're at the dentist's office, take a look-see at the ceiling, and you will see spinning fish. Those spinning fish are the same spinning fish that Sully accidentally brought back into the monster world in Monsters, Inc. and eventually tried to flush them down the toilet, ultimately getting Sanderson into some hot water with the CDA.
Trouble?
2319! We have a 2319!
That wasn't the only thing that was in Finding Nemo that made it to Monsters, Inc. If we look at the coloring on the wall, it's safe to say that Darla colored it for her uncle, Sherman, you know, the dentist. Remember Mary, otherwise known as Boo? Well, when you look in her room, guess what we see? The same art. Why else would Boo have the same exact coloring that Darla made for her uncle? These 3 tiki statues are actually created based on the faces of 3 employees at Pixar. Inside the fish tank on the front of the Black Pearl, we can see the girl from the Pixar short, Knick Knack.
And the Oscar goes to Finding Nemo, Andrew Stanton.
Andrew Stanton deservingly won an Oscar for Finding Nemo for Best Animated Feature, but this little guy tells me that he already knew he was going to win. Also, originally they were going to use a calendar to show a countdown to Nemo's death by Darla, with a calendar counting down to Darla's arrival, but instead they decided staring at a broken picture of this girl would be even more scary than a calendar.
And then I saw her face.
Obviously, Peach the starfish is in the shape of a star, but she also has a star on her back.
That's an underwater equivalent to a double rainbow.
But if you thought that was a reference to the Pixar Brawl, wrong. The waiting room is packed full of goodies. Breaking news, on the front page, we see an alien stole this poor chap's dingo. What's a dingo? It's like a dog. And there's the Monster Inc. logo on the magazine cover. M is for monster. We already know that Pixar likes showing hidden Easter eggs for their next film and their current film, and Finding Nemo was no exception. This kid is reading an Incredibles comic book magazine, which was the next movie released after Finding Nemo. Also, the dentist put out an ad in the newspaper to get more business. Maybe the people didn't come back because his work left a bad taste in their mouth. If you notice in the waiting room, the lamps look exactly the same. That's because they're twins! These lighthouse lamps are a reference to a real lighthouse called the Twin Lights. 2 lighthouses located on Thatcher Island, and Andrew Stanton, Finding Nemo's director, grew up there. Since each side of the island has its own lighthouse, it only makes sense that each side of the lobby has one too. That painting is also a famous building you can find in Andrew's hometown that a lot of people go there to paint, called Motif Number 1. Also, the picture frame that Darla knocked off the wall is actually a diploma, more specifically, a dentist diploma from Pixar University School of Dentistry. And naturally, the alien from Toy Story is the official seal. And there's the plane and Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. Also, let's go on a train of thought here, just for a moment of course. And take note that the lobby is decorated in ocean theme, obviously, and no ocean theme would be complete without a treasure chest. But no treasure chest would be complete without treasure in it. So if we take a little bit closer of a look at the treasure chest, what do you see there? That's the Pixar ball.
I knew it.
Pixar is located in Emeryville, California. And if you look through the tank, there's a sticker on the wall representing their home turf, Emeryville.
What the?
Here's a better angle of the same sticker. Even the fake plants that were in the aquarium were made in Emeryville. I bet you thought those were made in China, didn't you?
China.
I think that this alligator on the wall is an Easter egg to the alligator in Disney's Peter Pan. but I will let you decide. What do you think? Should we make this one an honorary, unofficial Easter egg to Peter Pan or not? Vote right there now before time runs out. Finally, they all escaped the unsanitary dentist's office.
Now what?
But when they were planning the escape, if we slow things down a bit, you will see the famous pizza truck is driving by. But did you happen to notice who's driving? It's me.
Oh, help me! I'm trapped in your TV!
Come on.
Also, the other car that was on the road is Luigi from Cars. When Dory and Marlin finally get to Sydney Harbor, the Butts have a few Easter eggs.
Oh, look at me! I'm gonna go touch the butt!
The Aeolus 3 is the name of Andrew Stanton's father's boat. This boat is named after Jerome Rampt, a sculptor for Pixar, and he's also the brother of Joe Rampt. And this boat is For the Birds, a Pixar short which I hope by now you've seen.
Mine.
Just when we thought all was going well and Nemo's free, Dory gets caught in the fishing net.
Swim down! Come on, kids! Swim down! Come on!
We have to tell all the fish to swim down together!
Nemo recycles the idea to tell everyone to swim down.
Everybody jump in!
Swim down!
We all know that he got that idea from Sharkbait when the dentist tried to catch Nemo. But where did Sharkbait get the idea from? Probably a newspaper he read in the waiting room. That's right, gents and gentlettes, this happened in real life. All the fish swam away from the fishing boat, pulling the boat down. But in real life, the pole didn't just snap. Nope, it sunk the entire boat. But Pixar thought it'd be bad luck if their movie sunk a ship, so they opted to just break the pole instead. Maybe Disney should think about that for their next movies.
That was cold.
No pun intended.
He really isn't that funny.
Pity.
At the end, they show In Loving Memory of Glenn McQueen. And if you already watched my Cars video, you know they named Lightning McQueen after Glenn McQueen in memory of him. And at the end, we see Mike swimming off to Monsters, Inc. Thank you for going on another Easter egg adventure with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you already subscribed, I will see you next week with another great adventure. Remember, share a smile, they are contagious.
Bye, son.